Nah, Skyla though.
The Schallo though, yeah, the fags. Them leaks crazy. Oh me, them leaks crazy.
W leaker. No.
That's crazy.
Who's the one dweeb at Game Freak or Nintendo that caused this all to happen?
I think it was. I think I read some shit like it was like a GitLab account that still had the admin details like saved in like a file somewhere, so they could just like raw access everything. Which I'm like, damn,
Really?
that guy should get shot in the street of Japan. With all due respect, that's a fat L. I might be wrong on that though, but I'm just like, damn, bro, really? You're just gonna let that happen?
Oh my god.
My days.
Yeah, no thanks. But what's going on, guys?
You starting
Not
the
much,
app?
man.
You starting the app?
Welcome everyone back to a new episode of the Good Great Perfect Podcast, episode 125 with the lads, with the squad.
I'm down. Run it. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, we're here. We're back. What's going on, everyone? You got the usual suspects: Flame Knight, Todd, and myself, Captain Smelly. We actually have news today. What? Oh my god! Stuff actually dropped, like Legend Shiryu. Yes,
Yeah.
freaking.
Let's go.
Hey, Shiryu's pretty good, though.
He actually is kind of pretty good, so it's not bad. We actually have a lot of news today. A lot of other off-topic stuff, like a bunch of stuff happened in the world of One Piece in general. I think I know it'll probably be in the start of the ep, but we also still do have a bunch of the Pokemon leaks as well, which I think we should probably have a chat about those. You know, whatever Flame pulls out of his gonads to have a conversation about too. That's for sure. But without further ado, as we've always started on, how you been, Knight? What's been happening, dude?
I've been bubbly.
Whoa, okay.
Bubbly, yeah.
Okay, that's a good
little
word.
bit zesty.
A little spicy. Hold on.
No, not zesty.
No, just bubbly.
Not
He's
zesty.
in a,
just bubbly, right.
he's in a
bubbly.
silly, goofy mood type beat, you know? That's about
Yeah, like woo.
like,
Okay.
woo!
Okay.
Yeah, things have been, I don't know, they've been pretty decent over here, so yeah.
That's
Let's
good.
change
That's
your
good.
pace, Sue.
That's good. That's good. We like that. No, Flame, what's been happening?
I have been this has been starting this week, but I've been starting playing Metaphor.
Okay. We're gonna talk about that today too. There you go.
Yeah, I've been going pretty ham.
Yep.
I told my people on my channel, I was like, yo, give me a break. You know, we playing right now. We ain't dropping no vids.
I ain't got time to react to fucking Blue Box, mate. I gotta fucking.
Yeah, we ain't, as much as I want to react to Blue Box, I gotta play this shit.
That's it.
So we grind it right now. That's what I've been doing.
Very cool. Very fun. How's work?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Same shit. It's we're a little short staffed right now because we have a few people on vacation. So we grinding, but you know, we going on vacation soon. We're gonna be on vacation from November 9th to November 22nd.
Okay,
That's a nice little break.
Yeah, so you know, we're gonna be grinding.
You got anything planned for that time off, or
send my ass home?
I respect it. Sometimes you just need that. You take time off, you have nothing planned, just fucking, you know, just sit around and do nothing. That's the life right there.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna catch up on stuff.
On life.
That's what I'm gonna do.
On life. That's it.
I need a day. I need a day where I stare at the wall. I need a day where I can just breathe.
Yep. Go for
I need those. I'm looking forward to it.
Amen. Could not agree more. Todd, how you been, man?
Yeah, been pretty good. Been vibing. So about it would have been at least a month and a half to 2 months ago. I was organizing the whole driving test for being in Ohio and getting all that organized. And when I took the initial test, which was like an online test, kind of like how we have the learners stuff back at home, and then after you get like you pass the online test, then you do the actual driving test. So when I was doing that, I had to like look inside like a little box to do like the eye test. So you like you read the letters off the line. And Carissa noticed when I was doing it that like I was squinting, and she's like, "Oh, you should go get your eyes tested." So we organized all that. I got my eyes tested, and basically he said that my vision from far away is like really bad.
Okay, yeah.
So I've got glasses now.
Yo, he's joined the gang. Let's go. He's a glasses guy. All right, 4 eyes.
I typically true.
Welcome.
I typically only wear them when I drive.
Yeah,
Because like
that's fair.
I don't see like the signs and shit from far away.
Yeah.
But like I typically don't really wear them that much else. But it's crazy because I thought like my vision was okay. I didn't have that many issues with it. And then when I put on the glasses, I'm like, oh man, I can see everything. Holy shit.
That's what happened to me. Exact same thing.
Dude,
like,
quick little side story. When I needed glasses for the longest, I was nearsighted.
Yeah.
And I didn't have glasses for like at least 10 years. So when I moved to the house that I'm in right now, there's this house that was next to me, but just keep that in mind. So anyway, I go get the glasses, I put them on. This shit's like 4K. It's insane. Like I was walking home, like I literally felt like I was on acid. Like that's how like bright and like crazy everything like felt. At this point, I was living in this house for 3 years. I get to my block. I look at the house next to me. They have this big ass like statue of a lion on the roof. I've never seen
You
it
just
in my
never
life
noticed
before
that.
What the fuck?
I'd never seen it. It was always there.
Like, damn, what is that gray like blob? What kind of weird art? I
I just thought the roof was fucked up.
It's like, damn, you're gonna fix that shit. Oh me. Oh, that's so.
But yeah, that experience putting them glasses on is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. And even just like driving around where we live, like seeing the color of the trees, like and seeing the trees in like high definition. Like, man, this is what I was missing out on.
I can see shit.
Yeah, it's that's been pretty cool. I mean, the Cleveland Browns are doing terribly, so the football has not been enjoyable to watch.
Love that. Loving the tweets.
Yeah, so we went last weekend to the game, and we're going again this week against the Baltimore Ravens, and we're going to get our ass kicked because the Ravens are really good.
Very cool.
But the QB died. The QB like died basically, right?
Yeah. For those who don't know, basically a couple years back, Cleveland basically traded like multiple years of first round picks, the biggest fully guaranteed contract given to this player, and he had like a bunch of sexual assault charges. He's like over 20 counts of sexual assault, and we still decided to sign him. He had a bunch of shoulder injuries and basically didn't even get to play most of the time. When he did play, he was absolutely trash. And then last weekend, he blew his Achilles out, so he's out for the whole year as well. And everyone, it was really bad though, because like everyone is like booing this guy, and like they were cheering when he got injured, and it felt really
crazy.
Bad.
That's crazy.
But at the same time, this guy's a douchebag. It's a very weird situation to be in, because you don't want to cheer a guy for him being injured, but if it's gonna happen to anyone, it's like,
fuck,
he's probably the best dude to get injured.
Yeah, hold that, but also, damn, I hope you get better.
Yeah, so it's been a mess. Probably the worst team in the NFL right now. So that's been fun.
That's fun.
What about you, Pappingtons?
Yeah,
what's going on with you?
How you doing, sir?
Yeah, same shit all the time. Still getting used to the new job. I haven't even started doing much in terms of like work wise, which has been very funny. But they keep bringing up the podcast, so if you guys are listening, what's going on? Which is very funny. One of the directors pulled it up on his phone. I was like, yeah, that's me. I was like, what do you want to know? But yeah, it's good. Otherwise, I was actually in Melbourne from Saturday last weekend until Wednesday this week, which was good. We caught up with a couple of friends there, which was very fun. We went to the Travis Scott concert, which was in Melbourne, which was really good. And yeah, it was just a good time. I actually love Melbourne so much. It's crazy, like how much I love that city. Like, you know, like my friend lives out in Richmond, Todd.
There's always something going on.
It's crazy. You just walk around, you're like, I can just duck in here. I go to the markets. We went to the South Melbourne markets for one of the mornings.
So good.
All this like good seafood and just like fried food and sandwiches and desserts and just like, I think
Did you get some dim sims?
Yeah, man. We spent so much fucking money, dude. It was crazy, but it was so worth it, you know. Like, we're hitting like fucking we're like eating oysters at like fucking 9 a.m. Like, it was like that was the
hell
life,
yeah,
you know. But yeah, it was good overall. So super positive to say the least. But yeah, with that being said though, the biggest other than 10.5 Annie, obviously, we have the release of version 14.2, which kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, like, we kind of expected them to do some form of update at some point, but I mean,
yeah,
version 14.2 delivered quite a hefty amount of changes to the game, and The first one here being the Rumble Super Special. What are your what's your vibe with that? What are your thoughts overall?
I think it's a good idea. It is weird that they introduced this new Rumble special mechanic, but they only gave it to like one free-to-play unit.
Literally
I thought
one
that they
unit so
would have
far,
given
yeah.
it to a bunch of units so
Yeah.
we could actually play around with it. But when you only give it to one free-to-play unit, the unit's not that good in Rumble. Like, no one's going to really play around with it.
Mm-hmm.
They did obviously bring it out for the new Legend, which we'll talk about shortly.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know exactly how it works, it basically plays like normal Rumble, but then like there's like an added layer, like an added condition.
Yeah.
If that condition is fulfilled, then when that character launches their special again, it will be a super version of their special, which has slight buffs, whether it be to the stats that it gives you or the damage. So I think it's an interesting update. I think it would have been cool if it was like a thing that kind of like a Grand Party special where you could choose when to activate it.
Yeah, right.
Something like that. Add a bit of engagement with the players, because when you play normal Rumble, it's all automatic. You don't do anything.
Yeah.
So it's cool though. It honestly, they didn't need to put it in, so it's interesting that they did it in the first place. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I think, see, I'm on the opposite end, which I think is kind of weird. I like that the fact that Rumble is just like you set it and forget it, but I guess that's because it kind of works in my like lifestyle, I suppose, where like if you're at work and like you're grinding out Rumble or you're at the gym, you kind of just like you find the match, you press like play, and then you kind of like do a set at the gym, and then by the time that set's done, you know, like so on and so on, which I think is good. You have to keep in mind that like it's a really weird. So I'm looking at Luffy's, and this is at Luffy at level limit break 5. So it's very odd the way that they've worded it, but the only thing that matters is if the Rumble special level is level 10, so at max, and then every level of level limit break that the unit has kind of buffs that special. So Luffy's at max, and it has an activation requirement. So for this free-to-play Psy Luffy, it's after the character receives an enemy Rumble special 2 times, and then it just deals more damage, and then he gives himself an attack up and a speed up, which is kind of good. But, you know, you can only do it 3 times in a fight, which I guess kind of adds a new layer of strategy to building Rumble teams, because maybe you now want to start building Rumble teams that have like 3 Rumble specials that they can kind of sequentially use as well, and you want to create synergy with units. But I mean, like you said, this mechanic doesn't really do much until they release more units that have it, or like subsequently go back and kind of update units with it as well. So you know,
I think they will eventually add more units, because like, why would they add an ability where it gets buffed even further if you have level limit break 5, if they're not going to give it out to past units? Maybe what they'll do is like the monthly 6+ that comes out, and maybe when that unit super evolves, they'll get super special.
I agree.
That would be my...
I think also, like, going forward, I wouldn't be surprised if like the Rumble Legend that comes out every month also has it, you know, and like potentially the Rumble Rare recruits as well. That could be the case. But I think the cool part about it is that it's not inherently tied to the level limit break per se. Like, it kind of is, because that's the power of it. But like, you don't need to, because when I first read it, I was like, oh shit, you need to have level limit break 5 on the unit to kind of activate it. But like, you don't necessarily need to. So it's kind of like, it's okay. I think it's cool. It's hopefully it kind of it shakes a few things up, but obviously with the caveat of needing to have more units that have it as well. They've added in an auto edit feature for Grand Party that, excuse me, sorry, I'm fucking got a frog in my throat. That is based upon the GP leader, which is kind of cool. I want to point out though that they've put like the Int Gear 5 there, which is very funny because they've also nerfed the Int Gear 5 in the upcoming Grand Party anyway. So yeah, that's a funny one. The other interesting part is this whole changes to the defend results thing, where it now kind of gives you a better stat breakdown of how your defends worked, I suppose. But
should have been in the game from the get-go.
Get-go, yes, 100%. But the weird part with this is that it's kind of unintuitive. So what we've discovered, shout out BBJ for this one, but he mentioned to me that like, so I posted that I had 1 defend, and it said my defend rate was 100%. Then I posted another screenshot where it said defend 5 times, which I think is meant to mean like defend somebody attempting to attack you. So I've kind of worded that a bit poorly. And I had 2 successful defends, which means in total, for the block, I was at a total of 3 out of 5, like successful defense versus total defense, which gave me a defense rate. Like, it's really cool, but they need to either reword, like, and they're not going to do this, but like changing defend to like attempts might make more sense. And then maybe having totals there in like in parentheses, maybe. So at least like I don't have to, if I want to keep the stats, I don't have to like remember I had 1 defend yesterday, I had 2 today, so 3 divided by 5, 60%. Like, it's kind of it's those small things, but nonetheless though, pretty cool little feature overall. We can't really complain too much about it. Like, you are right though, should have been in the game from the get-go to kind of give you that stat, like how good is your bait team, how successful are you, etc, etc.
I think it would have been cool if they also had it like you could click a button and it shows literally all the teams that like beat your team.
Yeah, 100%.
So like you could kind of see how to improve your team or something like that. It'd be interesting.
Like is there a consistent team that constantly keeps beating my team, or like etc etc. No, that's good. I think the best part of the update is the claim wall from the Gather Island. It's so good.
That shit's actually amazing.
It's actually it's the first time I've ever successfully implemented a claim wall, because obviously with the mail you can only claim 20 at a time, whereas with this you pretty much, once reset happens, you swipe up on Gather Island, you collect everything, you move on with your day. It collects everything, which is like really good, which kind of makes it redundant to ever access Gather Island ever again, unless you're trying to upgrade something, which is kind of cool. So one less swath of loading screens to have to run through every single time. Very positive there. Now,
feels good.
The interesting part. I'll get into the PKA stuff, because I think that's worth potentially a separate discussion as a whole.
I thought that's what you meant by the interesting part.
I did, and then I stopped myself because I was like, I think we might be able to separate that as a separate discussion, because there's a lot to kind of digest there. But in other improvements, they added an auto power up for Sugo Rares or for Legends, which I personally think is a really good update, like about time.
Yeah, that needed to happen. I agree.
And I think it's awesome that they've separated it, which is very positive. So you can either do Legends or Rare Recruits or both. And I think for players like yourself and I, when you're finished doing Sugo Fest pools, you just press both and you just go ham. Just let it kind of do what it needs to do. But I think, and it seems like they do have that algorithm in the back end that kind of prioritizes the Final Tap, Super Tandem, and Rush abilities anyway. But just, I guess, keep an eye out just to be safe. They've added in, you can actually check like ship upgrades now in game, which is good. About time as well.
Again, should have been in there from the get-go.
Yep, absolutely. They added in some new stamps for co-op, which is good. It's just more ways to communicate with the player, even though at the end of the day the co-op quest, as far as we're aware, hasn't changed. So like co-op's in a weird state as well. And the final thing they have listed here is the premium requests for Chopper Man, which is cool. So essentially the way that the premium requests work is that it resets once a month, or I think it's every 28 days, or every 30 days, I think it was. And if you do 50, 100, or 200 Chopper Man missions over that period of time, you just get a couple more gems bonus. I think the total after the month is 20 more gems, which is obviously a positive. I think there's 9 daily CMMs that you can do. So even just doing the dailies knocks you well above the 200 required anyway, which is really good.
And anytime we get a new event, new PKA, new treasure map, new Kizuna, all of those Chopper Man missions count towards that as well.
Exactly.
So it's pretty easy to get if you just play the events.
Yeah, so a free 20 gems a month, which is, positive. It doesn't really change
Better
much.
Than nothing.
Because like they've obviously removed gems from login, and then they've added them back through CMMs, which is kind of, these premium CMMs are kind of like a pseudo login gem as well. I don't know. So it's kind of odd, but I mean, we won't complain about more gems per se. But I'm gonna add this as a separate section here. The new PKA update is,
man, and this shit looks trash.
Really interesting in like the worst possible way, which is kind of weird. So the kind of overarching thing that they've added in like 2 things in the notice, but then there's a lot of things that have been data mined at the back end. Shout out to Two Shanks for pulling a lot of that information together. So you can now go above level 150.
Yep.
Which is already in itself a really odd decision to make in terms of like wanting players to keep playing the content. And
it's already hard enough getting a fucking 150 these days.
That's the funny part, because when I did some time traveling and I looked at the CMMs, one of the CMMs has reached defeat level 200. And you might think, okay, that's great. Like, I have the whole of the PKA month to do that. No, that's one of the limited missions. So
this further shows that they don't play their own game.
Yes, pretty much. Like,
unless if they buff Zora's ability to extend levels, or to get like more levels at a faster pace. Otherwise, this is just a very, very redundant feature, honestly.
I'm scrolling
people are
through.
already pretty fed up with PKA as it is.
Yeah.
And like, it's just the boosted list is just so garbage for it. Like, basically, if you don't have the whole new batch, you're pretty much screwed in terms of reaching those almost like limited missions done.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing in the fact is, like, if I think people were mentioning something about it, does it go to 300? Like, what's the max level?
So it caps at 300. Yeah.
And then doing that whilst trying to, like, and I assume the HP is going to be increasing. And I heard someone mention maybe the gimmicks change.
Yeah, I think there was things in game that suggested that the gimmicks change at, I think it's like 150, 200, 250. The gimmicks change. So it's like,
that's so bad.
They're going to get even harder, which I don't know if that's the correct approach that you want to be taking.
Unless it fails where, like, level 250 is equivalent to the same gimmicks at 150. So, like, maybe the first 150 levels are just going to be really easy.
That's what people were saying as well. Like, if
I hope so.
Yeah, so it looks like gimmicks will now go to maximum 300 with changes at 150, 200, 250. I hope that, like, from 1 to 150, it's piss easy, or at least, like, 4 turns of attack down or whatever. Then at like 150 goes to 6 turns, 200 it goes to 8 turns, maybe 250 goes to, I don't know, 10 turns or whatever it is, right? Yeah, like that's, I was looking here, cause you know, like I generally put a thread out of like all my, when I play PKA. So last PKA, I got to level 150 on day, let's see, I got to 150 on day 5, which is pretty fast if you're beelining just, sorry, if you're beelining purely the Zoros and such. So then on that same day I had 2 levels past 150. So you get like is it +3 levels every run, or is it +2 levels every run?
It should be 3.
I think it's 3. So okay, let's say I did 2 levels. So at the very end of it, so 11 days of PK, I did 33 levels past 150.
Okay.
So if you times it by 3, that's 99. So that's just shy of 250. That's like probably with pretty average Zoro luck. And that's like, that's me min-maxing Zoro as well, as much as I possibly can, right?
It's pretty hard to get there.
So I don't know who's getting to 300. That's the first thing, like, which I guess is fair enough for the game. But I guess though, because I didn't use Zoro at all though, like past.
Oh yeah.
So I probably could get to 300, but like, do you really want to?
Yeah.
That's the question.
It depends. They could also do another thing where, you know, when you first start PKA, you can choose to start at level 40. If they buff that.
They could buff that. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, buff the starting level. That could also change how fast you get there.
Absolutely. There's also the interesting part here where it's like, in level 150 or above, rainbow turtles are guaranteed to drop. And then they put an asterisk. And it says, rainbow Himeis, rainbow elders, or rainbow daimyos are guaranteed to drop. Which is just makes no sense.
It's like, pretty brain dead.
If a player gets above the original 150 threshold, you should guarantee them a Hime turtle every single time, bar none. Like, it just, like, that's what it just should be. Like, if somebody's made the effort to go above 150, you should be doing that. Plain and simple.
Yeah, no, 100%.
The other interesting part here with that update too is, where is it here? So the new max level is level 300. The defeat level limited time missions. So there are specific CMMs for like the defeat level, and those basically are additional. It's like bounty and like luck drops and stuff. So it's not like the end all be all. It doesn't really matter. Like you don't have to get them, but like I think it's like 15 gems and like 2 million bounty. I think it is, give or take. So it's like you take it with a grain of salt, I suppose. And then the big part here is owning the new batch characters adds a chance to get a Hime turtle. And that's owning them. So that's the new own effect system that they've been kind of introducing a little lately. So
yeah, I think they kind of realized that it's fucking almost impossible to get Hime turtles. But of course, it doesn't matter unless if you have the unit.
Yes. So even bringing it into friend captain does nothing for you, which is the worst part. But
they should that effect should be applied to some free to play units to some degree.
I actually don't know. I haven't seen I think the boosted list has been pulled, but like I think from what that's the gimmicks. I think from what I saw, it's like the main legend, which in this case will be the new Roger. When owned, 50% chance to add 1 Hime turtle. And then both rare recruits, they are a 25% chance to add a Hime turtle, and then that's it. So it's pretty much the exact same shit as Treasure Map. Whereas like, if you own the characters, cards get buffed, and then otherwise it's like, so then you have Kuzan and Magellan give you 1 drop, and then that's that. Like, there's only like what 2, 3, 4. There's 5 units that guarantee you drops in that. But obviously the rare recruits now guarantee you 3 drops, and it's like okay, whatever, And then also like the new legend gets a stat boost of 3.5x. So
holy
like
shit,
yeah. So like, and then the rare recruits get 2.8x. And then
I think it's maybe work with the scaling HP because the HP is very crazy.
I think a few people were mentioning that like the HP might go like to 10 billion or something like that, which is a fucking,
oh my god,
which is a lot. And as you mentioned, right, like the lack of a boosted list makes it so much more challenging to like build a very comfortable team and do enough damage as is, let alone now getting people to go at, like if you want to get all the missions, you have to technically go at least to 200, which is going to really jump the numbers from like 1 billion HP to at least like 5 billion pretty much. So like you have to think of it from that perspective as well. I don't know how much of a fan I am.
As a whole.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait, I guess. But it just comes down to the fact that the boosted list is the problem, and it's not restricted just to PKA. It's also TM. The Kizuna boosted list is kind of whatever. It doesn't matter because everyone gets cooled out anyway and stuff like that. That doesn't matter. It's the treasure map boosted list, the PKA boosted list. Once they fix that and make it better for everyone to actually play the game, that's going to be at least the first step in order to fix things. There's a lot of things that they need to fix, but that is probably up there with being the number one thing that they need to fix at the moment.
No, I 100% agree. I think, I think it has become the slogan of this podcast is like, we'll have to wait and see. But I think that it kind of depends on what this whole guaranteed thing also kind of means as well. Like, I get that it says that it's a guaranteed drop of a Hime, Rainbow Elder, or Daimyo, but I think we were talking about it when the update was, when the letter came out, right? Where we're like, does that mean that you no longer can drop cola or berries from the quest, and every drop is guaranteed to be a turtle? Like, that also is kind of a good thing if that's the case. But does that mean, like, what does that mean? Is that only for the stage 5 drop to guarantee you something? Like, so I think, it's definitely a wait and see there for sure. I think low-key the best part of the PK update is the fact that you can now go back after you're in the edit crew screen. You can finally hit the back button.
Oh my god.
You don't have to quit out the whole fucking game to get back to the main menu.
Another reason why they don't play their game, because that should have been fixed so fast. It is the most annoying shit ever. When you're inside PK, you're literally trapped until you beat it or you reset the game.
I literally just have to quit out the game every time. I'm like, it's
bad.
So stupid. So glad that that's in there. But overall, like, what are your thoughts on 14.2? I suppose
it's fine. It's like, we were expecting there to be an update. I mean, we knew there was going to be an update. We just didn't know what the hell they were going to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, what they did do, it's cool, I guess. the core of the update is the whole PKA changes, but I mean, I really fucking hate PKA, so
PKA sucks ass.
I'm not that I'm not that excited for it.
Like,
the new features kind of like again, whatever. I don't think that needed to be added. I think one other thing, I don't know if you mentioned it yet or not, the voice thing in game.
The voice.
Yeah. So what you in the settings of the game. So in the menu, you can go to voice reading, and basically whenever your co-op chat or your alliance chat puts a stamp, you can have voice reading, and it uses your phone's like AI voice system to read out the stamp.
Who cares?
I haven't tested it. I mean, it's an accessibility feature for those who need it, but I mean, it's just kind of like, out of all things they could have spent resources on, they decided to do that.
I respect it. I think it kind of reminds me of way back when, like, remember when we had Nick on the podcast, and somebody asked him about like the for like people that you can't see color and stuff like that, the accessibility issues, and I think he kind of mentioned that like it's really hard to kind of get Bandai to kind of look at accessibility, I suppose. So you are right in saying that, like, you know, it is very positive for those that require that. 100%. I think that's a good thing. But on the same end, it's like, damn, really? Like that's a lot of effort to kind of get that. Or maybe it's not. Who knows, right? So at least we don't. But yeah, I think 14.2 is a good update. I'm pleasantly surprised by a lot of the quality of life stuff, which I think Bandai for some reason knows how to do quite well. When it comes to Treasure Cruise, they kind of do provide a decent amount of quality of life stuff, but then they make gameplay changes that don't really make much sense. Like, like, you know, it's like the dichotomy of man. You have the Claymore button for you have a single button versus an entire change to a game mode. Which one's better? It is the button in this situation, right? Like, I just hope that with these changes to the, like, surpassing level 150 on PKA, it does mean that more players have a better chance of getting the Himes. That's all I really care about. Like, I don't see it guaranteeing you your 30 Himes, but at least, because, like, at the end of the day, like, if we're going to be honest with ourselves, Super Cola is kind of old news now. Like, not that everyone has enough Super Cola, but, like, you don't really need that exorbitant amount anymore. So enough to at least get you the gems, which I think is 25 Himes. That's kind of what you want, you know. So hopefully being able to go above 150 and, you know, it does that. But you also keep in mind that a lot of people are going to end up pulling on 10.5 Anni, which is going to skew the results of this PKA. So you have to wait until next month and play that PKA to actually see it. Yeah, exactly right. That's 14.2 there. I guess we can kind of do a bit of a speed run here, at least for V2 Magellan. What are your V2 Magellan got a 6+, which is kind of cool. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm actually a really big fan of what they've done with the Magellan, to be honest.
Very cool.
I really like him. He's probably up there with one of my favorite 6+s of the year.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that much when they announced it was going to be a Magellan. Like, I thought, you know, because the way that Magellan is right now, the main problem with him and why he was basically borderline unusable is because if you can't inflict the poison, then he just kind of fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But what they did was with his 6+, I think he's the only character in the game that has that line of text, which it's like, anytime you launch a poison effect, it even from a special, a support, a super type, anywhere, it will go through full immunity.
Interesting.
Because we have had characters that say, like, if you launch a special, it, like, goes through immunity. But this guy says, like, no, whenever you activate an effect that lists poison in the effect, it goes through full immunity.
That's cool.
So that's really cool, because then they added the effect of his poison in his super type. So if you use him as a captain, his super type poison goes through full immunity, which then when you activate his special, you get all of the effects. So
I like it.
He's good.
I like that's a cool little change as well.
And then they also added, like, if you use the special when the enemy's inflicted with a poison, like, he grants that attack boost to all characters, which we already knew. But then they added 10% resistance down to quick shooter powerhouse as well. So it's just a little bit of extra damage. He's not going to be used in high damage content like Super Boss Kizuna. He's just a nice option for other TMs if you need bind burn removal. If you need, the cool thing about that poison, it goes through resilience. So if the enemy's got like full immunity, you can still use that poison to go through resilience, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
So I think he'll have some interesting use cases for sure.
Yep. I like it. I think,
and he's better in Rumble too, a lot better.
I think like, it's a new mechanic. No, I guess it's not a new mechanic per se, but like them trying something a little different with that whole idea of like, if anyone uses a poison related special, that's cool. So hopefully that kind of gets seen going forward. I think that's a really cool idea of like, you can go like you can like imagine like an spoilers, an Elbaf Usopp legend in the future that like guarantees you a delay hypothetically, no matter whatever a character uses, like that as an example.
Yeah, I mean, even it could be like literally for anything. Like imagine if it's like anytime you activate increased damage taken, it goes through full immunity or something like that, or it could be anything.
Exactly
like,
right.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential in that, which is really neat. So yeah, good job with the Magellan, and like he's so much better in Rumble 2. He does like 3 times the amount of damage that he normally did, and
this
the
is the
range
A-team.
went
A-team was on this one, that's for sure.
You're right about
the A-team
that.
was on this. The art also is fucking cold. It's so good. I love his art. It's sick.
This is the same people that did Magellan are the same people that did V3 Rayleigh 6+.
Yep.
This guy's a G. He's super good.
He's good. I like him a lot. All right. Enough dilly-dallying. 10.5 anniversary, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ooh, yeah.
Imagine out of all the characters in the world of One Piece, to pick for 10.5 anniversary. You pick. I also skipped Legend Shiryu. Should we go back and talk about Legend Shiryu?
He does set target status.
There you go. Sorted. There's no Legend Shiryu. Pog.
Another support for versus Blackbeard. He's good. What would we rate Shiryu out of 10 though?
I don't know.
I reckon it. Maybe like a 7.7.
I think he's one of the legends of all time.
He is one of them, yeah.
I think he's one of those legends of all time. I think that like I think Captain Action's always going to be a really cool mechanic, regardless. And the fact that he does it for 5 turns is actually kind of huge. He stays in that form for 5 turns or whatever it is, which is kind of big. Him being a Kizuna legend is kind of cringe.
Yep. His super tandem is kind of also mid.
Yes, I agree. I mean, like he's cool. I think he does like poison removal, so you get rid of he helps around like poison orbs and stuff too. I don't know, like even using him as a friend captain in Kizuna, I feel like he doesn't do much. Like I don't know.
His Captain Action Vanish lasting for 5 turns is really cool.
The best part about him, I think, 100%.
And set target status, and he's a slasher unit which can synergize with Zoro Sanji, so that's kind of cool too.
There you go. Zoro Sanji stays winning as usual.
Zoro Sanji, man, absolute mistake of a unit. That character's way too good.
Yeah, I think like there's no point in putting them in the award show. Is what I've been thinking lately, because they're just gonna win Legend of the Year most likely.
Yeah. Hey, the year's not over yet.
It is true. But to be fair though, we go from like 30th of November to 30th of November. So, like, there's only 1 more month for Bandai to release some heaters.
You never know.
Are you really... All right, here you go. Great segue. You really think this 10.5 anniversary Roger's gonna come in and steal the show?
All I'm saying is late last year, we got Nami Karina, and that unit was busted.
True. So. Hold on. He's cooking.
Yeah.
All right. So, as I was saying before I rudely interrupted myself with the release of Legend Shiryu, out of all the possible characters they could have picked in the realm of One Piece, they picked Rayleigh Gaban and Roger as our 10.5 anniversary legend.
Wano, by the way.
Wano, we're fucking back. One Piece is on break, which means we keep tapping the same sources. We're back to Wano with Todd's favorite kind of dual unit.
Yeah.
So the big part about this unit is that they have a new swap mechanic known as Captain Shift, which essentially, depending on what unit is where, and you swap to a different unit, you can kind of do different things. Like you can move them into Captain, you can move them out of Captain, you can do different stuff, and it replaces the super swap mechanic. So yeah, what's your vibe?
Hell, I think it has a lot of potential, but I think as for right now, I don't know how good this is. It's a little hard to gauge if this effect is actually worthwhile or not. Being able to switch units out of the captain position or switch the character into the captain position or switch them out, like that is cool, but like what's the use case for that? Like why did they build this gimmick? Like I can already assume that the PKA is going to be absolutely terrible.
Yep.
Or it's going to have like a bunch of like different debuffs on certain units.
Yeah.
And it just means that unit positions are going to be way more important now than they ever were. But it's really hard to gauge how good it is without actually giving it a go. Because the other thing is like normally when a high-end celebratory unit comes out, like it's the big boy captain that you got to use for the content or whatever. But this guy's kind of like
you don't want to use him as a captain.
Start him as a sub and then have someone else start as your captain. Like, have you seen the captain effects for the rare recruits?
I actually haven't. No.
So the Odin and Whitebeard at the start of the quest, he gives all your characters -3 turns of cooldown.
What the fuck?
And then like but the problem is though is that the multipliers are garbage. So
yeah,
it's
3.5x, 1.5 HP. Yeah, okay.
So I think maybe like in the middle of the quest, you like start as Rayleigh Gaban and then you super swap into Roger, make him become the captain, and then you replace it. Like maybe that's kind of like the path they want to go. It's really strange
because I know that in like the trial quest, it starts off as Sengoku and Garp, which mind you, another Garp character. Just FYI, if we haven't had fucking enough Garp characters in the last last month, we've had Legend Garp, TM Recruit Garp, and now there's Donnie.
Yeah.
But like their captain abilities locks crew slots for 4 turns and sets their special to max, and then they do 1 turn of cooldown for the crew, and then it's a 3x attack boost. So it's like. Kind of interesting.
The locking of slots at the start of the quest could be really good for certain pieces of content.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know,
like in Kazunas and stuff could be really, really good.
Low key, like speed farming for like TM, bringing like a Hiyori or some. I don't know. Like you could.
What's
do some
the
crazy
classes of Garp and Sengoku? They fight a cerebral, right?
Fight a free spirit, and then Whitebeard Odin a slasher powerhouse.
Because like you could use like a friend captain of Ashura Zora and then have like Wano slots.
Yeah, charge,
so it allows you to get the
fuck up. Yeah.
Yeah, so you could actually use Zora's captain ability. So yeah, there could be some cool use cases for that.
Yeah, I just think that like it's a bit confusing. Like, so the whole way it works is that when you use this character switch, so I'm reading this off their website. When you use this character switch effect at a certain position on the crew, they will activate a captain shift. Captain shift allows the character to swap with the captain and also apply additional effects. So if Roger, so keep in mind this is a dual unit, so the first unit is Roger, the second unit is Rayleigh Gaban. If Roger is the captain, switches to Rayban, and you can choose to swap with the middle right character with the captain for 10 turns. So it's a choice, which is good.
That is good.
And then if the character Rayban is the middle right character, you swap to Roger, you can choose to swap that character yourself to the captain slot. And then that's great. The interesting part is that their super class can remove that captain swap effect as well. So
it's a dual unit with super class.
Which is so odd, by the way.
That is weird.
Is this the first dual unit that has super class?
We do have EX Super on like Zora Sanji, right? So, but it's like you only get it when they're in their dual form. So I guess this is kind of similar.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious to see how it works. I guess, you know. But I don't know if this is the right thing to introduce.
It's so fucking weird. Like I don't know. Like, and even if you just like, so the character's like base abilities, like what does the guy actually do? The captain ability is pretty bland. It's like he's very similar to what's his face, Beckman Lucky Ruiner Wave, but it's like flashes. Where if a slasher or a strength or int character lands a crit and the critical hit activates, it removes Rainbow Shield and defense up by 2 turns. That could be good. And he also reduces ship special by 5 turns at the start of the quest. That also could be pretty cool.
Yep.
And then he does remove bind and stuff. I mean, it's fine. I think the special ability is really good. I like the effect from his special when you use it as a crewmate. Because there's different effects. If you use the special as a captain, he does one thing, and then if you use it as a sub, he does a different thing.
Okay.
And the effect when he is a crewmate, he gives you like a bunch of utility. He like locks slots for 1 turn, reduces 7 turns of bind, and gives you a heal.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you use him as a captain, he basically will, instead of doing the healing, the locking, and the bind removal, he will instead change the multiplier of strength and int slots to 2.75 for 3 turns.
Yeah.
So one is offensively focused, one is utility focused. The rest of the special's pretty good though. Removing 2 turns of barrier, removing pain by 6 turns is really good. And then a 3 times attack boost for 3 turns that can't be removed by the crew or the enemies. But 3x attack boost in today's day and age is actually like
it's actually kind of low. It's kind of low, which is a really weird.
It does last for 3 turns, which is cool, but 3x is pretty low.
I think the best part about him is the barrier removal. The barrier removal for TM is huge, like in itself, and then also doing 1 million damage is also really good for just clearing waves very fast.
Yeah,
you know, pop this guy on stage 2, clear the wave, have an attack boost for the next turn, can't be removed. You know, like you're kind of in there. The captain ability is kind of weak though. 5.75 to slashes, then 5x to 5.75 to slashes and 5.5x everyone else. It's like
it does feel weak.
There are units running around with 6x abilities, like, you know, that are doing God's work in itself, right? So like, yeah, I don't know. Like I'm sure, and supposedly in Rumble, I mean, I haven't really read it too much. He also has Final Tap, everyone's favorite ability.
It's fucking garbage.
He gives himself a matching slot. He applies 10% resistance down, so he gives himself a 1.1x additional attack boost, then ups his base attack. Wow. Whoa. Dude. That's nothing.
A Final Tap base attack boost? Wow.
Oh, dude.
That's revolutionary.
The thing that annoys
never
me
seen that
so much is that, like, why not? It's a celebratory unit. Why not give him a fucking cracked ass Final Tap ability like Yamato, but make it so he applies 200% resistance or maxes out the slasher resistance or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, he is the last character to tap. Make it fucking strong. Like this is not that strong of an effect.
I think because I think resistance goes up to a maximum of 200%. I think it is. So give him like the ability to he maxes out resistance for his taps. You do a crazy amount of damage with just his or something like that.
200% resistance down is like a 3 times attack boost.
Exactly. You know, give him something fucking I'll give him like plus 100%. I don't know, something like that. You know, 10% is like 1.1x attack boost. You go from 1 million to 1.1 million. I don't know, man. You're not doing that much damage overall. His Rumble kit is actually quite good now that I'm looking at it.
It is.
I think he outright just replaces Roger Whitebeard on any slasher team, obviously.
Well, you think so?
Which is good. There's a lot of damage output from him, to be honest with you, which is kind of cool. And also he does, it doesn't mention it on the website, but he does get access. Oh no, it does actually. Sorry, Rumble Super Special. So it can be used after the character receives 2 Rumble Specials, which is obviously really easy to get organized. And he just does a lot more damage output, which is like really good. So yeah, I think I don't know. Like, okay, so like when we look back at it, last year's 10.5 Annie was V2 Film Red Shanks, and then it was also V2 Film Red Luffy.
Yep.
And then like 2 weeks later, we had Film Red Kobe release as well.
Yep, correct.
So I guess to do the obvious comparison, do you think that this Roger Rayleigh Gaban unit kind of fits that same level? Or do you think
in terms of Rumble, yes.
Yes, I agree. I actually agree.
In terms of normal PvE content, I guess kind of. Like, if you really think about it, when Shanks and Luffy first came out, they did see a little bit of play when they first dropped because they actually had good captain abilities. They had utility in their captain, solid specials overall. But then it didn't take long for them to basically never be used as a captain ever again. Like, they'll see some niche use as a captain, like Shanks' special reverse removal and then Luffy as paralysis removal. It's kind of cool. This guy's got bind removal, which is neat. I think that he'll see some niche usage for sure, but he's not game breaking by any sense. Like, it's not like he does. Yeah, he has a mechanic that no one else has right now, but it's not that game breaking at the moment. And even if you think about like the best possible use case for the captain shift mechanic, I don't see it being that game changing, even in the sense of like a super boss Kizuna. Like, I don't think this guy's gonna even squeeze into the high damage teams really. Yeah. Unless if you need the utility from his special, but probably not.
Yeah, 100% agree. 100%. I guess
this is a very skippable unit, surprisingly.
I think so, and I think that like it's kind of concerning that like they've only released one legend, because like it kind of leads me to believe that there'll be more. Like TM might do the same thing like they did last year, where TM was an anniversary legend.
Yeah, for sure.
As well. So I guess keep that in mind. But I do agree with you. I think that with New Year's being just around the corner, like it's very, very easy to just skip this unit entirely and kind of move on. Because like I don't know. Well, I guess I'm not too like I'll be pulling for sure, but like I know you will as well. But it's like it's kind of like like you're not really missing out on too much as a whole, I suppose. That's it really. I don't know. Do the Peanut Boys have anything?
We love anniversaries.
We do. We do love anniversaries. It's so true.
Another year, a new banner, shitty events.
Another Roger.
Another Roger. Another one unit. Another one unit. We're so back. I guess
they announced like events like Blitzer and shit like that.
I guess maybe. I guess that kind of leads us in. We'll do the scores first, but like this whole like they kind of announced Halloween Uta, and she might or might not be a Blitz. She might be a legend. We don't really know. Yeah, we might find out.
That's a good point. Yeah, because I remember there being a Blitz, and I just automatically assumed the Blitz would be for Roger. But you're right, it could be a Halloween Blitz. It does start on October 31st.
Yeah,
so exactly right. It could be Halloween focused with Uta. But don't pull for Roger yet until we see if Uta comes out as like a Halloween legend. She legit might be better than Roger, or more useful than Roger.
I reckon she always will. I guess out of 10 for Roger and Rayleigh and Gaban. Gaban gets a legend though. Look at him, he's stepping up.
Oh, this is hard because it's crazy. I think honestly that Legend Shiryu will see more play than this Roger.
Damn, that's a hot take. I don't disagree though.
I think he will.
I think this guy is gonna be cracked as fucking Rumble. But if you're only pulling for him because of Rumble, you probably best to just not pull like at all on this banner whatsoever. I think he's still strong. Don't get it twisted. I think Captain Shift may have like a really cool like utility going forward as like as a mechanic where you can kind of just be a little jinky majinky and get like move things around and stuff. But you know, we'll say it as we say in every episode, the damage cap exists, and no matter how much shifting of captains you do, you're still gonna get stuck at 1 trillion. So you know, it is what it is. Out of 10 though, I suppose.
Out of 10, I would give him a 7.9.
Yeah, I think I'm like 8.1, 8.2. I think I'm up there in the 8s. I think he's good. He's an anniversary character. Like, just take it with a grain of salt.
7.
Love that.
7.5.
7.5. There you go. Average around about 7.5 there. Like we alluded to just briefly just then, but we did get a tweet on the same evening as all of this information dropped with the potential of a Halloween Uta coming out, and it's pretty much confirmed to be Uta purely because of like the background art is pretty much the exact same as that Uta gift that came out. Like I think it was last year during Halloween. But also Perona's there, so hold on, we might get a Perona legend. I don't even know what's going on with this. It was very weird. It was like, you know, it's spooky season, guys. Like, get keen for another Uta or something like that. Like, so we don't know if it's gonna be an Uta legend. We don't know if it's gonna be a Blitz Battle Rare Recruit. We don't know if it's gonna be just a free-to-play unit. Like, we don't really know exactly what it's gonna be. My guess is that it could just be a legend on a separate banner altogether. I wouldn't put it past them to doing that either, which I don't want because fuck me, we've just like I forgot to mention, but yeah, Roger Rayleigh and Gaban are the 300th legend in OPTC. There you go. Let that sink in real quick. 300 fucking.
God damn.
Yeah, man.
Let that in.
Yeah. So
that's crazy. That's crazy that we played when there was like 10.
Yeah, and we're like, damn, bro, I got a lot of bro. I just pulled fucking the V1 Mihawk, dude. Yo, it's a sick character. Now you're like, what the fuck? There's too many legends. I don't know what any of them do anymore. Like, I'm stressed. I'm freaking out. I'm having a fucking panic attack. Like,
now they could drop 3-part banners, 100 legends per banner.
Now, that'd be low key. Imagine doing like a New Year's banner and making every multi like 1 gem. but having 100 legends per part or some shit. No gas. That would be low-key kind of tight. Hold on.
Yikes.
I'm down.
Terrible.
No, run it, mate.
One gem multis, and every multi is a rate boosted character.
Yeah,
or
so you don't even
legend.
guarantee a legend on any of it at all either. That's the best part about it. But yeah, no. So I don't know. Like, I guess we'll have to obviously wait and see for this new Uta, I suppose. But I mean, chances are, like, my guess is that they're going to be a legend. But I mean, I'm hoping they're not.
Yep, agreed.
So yeah, we'll have to obviously wait.
And you know what's funny too? Like, I honestly wouldn't be shocked if Uta ends up being a legend. That Uta probably makes them more money than the Roger.
Absolutely, everyone. I mean, this is the 3rd year in a row that we're gonna release an Uta legend. If that's the case, right? Like 100%, it's gonna be an Uta legend.
Legends are really fucking good.
Yeah, exactly right. They're not that bad.
Effect buff is insanely good.
Mm-hmm. I think the Roger banner drops tomorrow. I think it is.
I think it's the 27th.
27th PST. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
So, yeah, a couple days or a day, whatever. We might get the news tonight. I don't know. I can't remember.
We should get the news today. I think it is. I would expect that too. Yeah, 300 legends. I'm actually just checking the stats now. I have to do some weird shit.
They come out October 26th, 1900 PST. So tomorrow. So yeah, we'll get news tonight.
Perfect. Yeah. Look, I think at the end of the day, like, it's just going to be another day, another dollar, right? So I don't know. I think that it'll be interesting to see what the Uta ends up like what occurs with the Uta overall, and I hope it's not a legend, but you are right. Like, them releasing Uta like as a legend, like, it's just gonna make them so much fucking coin. Like, it's gonna be ridiculous, So I would not put it past them to have it be a legend as well, which is super cringe, but I mean, like, what are you gonna do, right? It's just more money.
You really think it's not gonna be a legend?
I'm fucking praying to whatever god is up there. If I'm being real with you, dude. I don't want another Uta legend, bro. I don't want any more we're just 300 Flame. 300, you fucking jamunk. Like, what?
Okay, well, we need 301.
Okay, shut up. Give us some time. Fuck me.
Hey, listen. You know what? We're at 300, right? By the time next podcast, we'll probably be at 303.
That's shut the fuck up.
No, you know what we need? We need Mr. 305.
Oh fuck.
Hey.
But I mean,
full legend.
305 actually probably will be the New Year's legend, mostly potentially. So we'll see what that is.
No, we'll reach 305.
We'll surpass 305. Yeah, hold on. Judging by the stats, mate, 5 legends a month. Yeah, okay, we'll hit 305 end of November. That'll be the 305 legend there. Yeah, that's it in terms of Treasure Cruise stuff, I suppose. So I guess, like, if anyone wants to take the reins of the old off-topic stuff, by all means, start running the shop. Flame, talk to me about Metaphor.
I was gonna say I could start with Metaphor because I promised I would talk about it.
I just fixed up my formulas real quick. So yeah, we're at 6.196 days per legend since New Year's.
That's crazy.
602 coming in hot.
That's it.
Episode 126. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
So the only thing I know about Metaphor is it's like Persona, but it's not, right?
So, all right. So basically, I'm around the 3rd area of the game. This is a very long game. It runs in a calendar system similar to Persona.
Yep.
Like a day by day system. I looked it up just to see kind of where it ends at. It ends around Christmas, like New Year's Eve, around there. So December. I'm currently like 30 hours in, and I am in August.
Okay.
So I still got a bit to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Todd mentioned, the format/formula for the game is similar to Persona, but it's different in a lot of ways. Persona games, for the most part, they take place like in some type of school, whether it be high school, a dorm, some shit like that, and the characters are, between the ages
children,
of like 15 to 18, mostly 15 and 16. Sometimes you get a 14-year-old, but
hey, yo.
But anyway, this this game, it takes place more of in like a rural area era, um, about like kings and kingdoms and like all that shit. So if you're into that, like you'll like that type of thing. A lot of the characters are a lot more mature. This is actually from what I've played, other than the SMT series. This is one of the first Atlas games that doesn't have romance in it. You can't romance
Flame's
any of the characters.
0 out of 10.
I am
0 out of 10 for Flame. Sorry, guys.
I am a little butthurt over
Oh
it.
my! Shut up.
But I did get used to it.
You
It's
freak.
actually unplayable.
It's actually unplayable.
I thought about refunding. No,
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh my days.
So yeah, so there's no romance in this game. But the combat is similar to Persona. It's turn-based. They have these things called archetypes, which they're basically like personas.
Okay.
But they're a lot more like there's a lot more of a variety of them. Like there's actually a lot of them. It has like built-in character trees and shit, and you unlock them as you go. You unlock better versions of them. It's pretty interesting. I feel like this game is kind of like a cultivation of like a lot of things people were asking for. Like this game is essentially Persona 6. Like low key it's Persona 6.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
There are things that are a lot better. There are some things that I don't like. For example, they still use like the same 2015 Persona engine. So it's like like it looks good, but it's just like, bro, like come on. Like this is 10 years old.
Do some hot shit, man.
Yeah, like you still got like cutscenes. You still got some cutscenes where fucking characters are talking, and the mouth animation is like it's like on some Sonic shit. Like they're speaking their language. Yeah. So that's a little awkward to see. But so far the story is very strong. Very strong story. Like where it's at. I'm really liking the characters so far. It's something that this game does a lot better than the Persona stories. Not the Persona stories, the Confidant story. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. But in the Persona games, like you meet characters along the way, and they all have like their own little like story. And like as you progress through the game, you go through like, levels like 1 through 10 of the story. Yeah. So yeah, basically what I was saying was, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it, but in the Persona games, like you meet like the main characters and the side casts, and the side characters and the main characters have like their own little narrative story. It's kind of like a visual novel in a way, where like you interact with the characters, like you do things with them, like you learn about them. They have like their own little plot line that's like it's like a side thing to the main story. It doesn't really have anything to do with it. In the Persona games, honestly, they're not really like there's some of them that are interesting and pretty good, but majority of them aren't really great.
Okay.
And all of the ones like pertaining females kind of force you into a romance option at the end. So it could kind of be like it's really interesting, and then like out of nowhere, like they just kind of want to fuck you.
Hey
and
yo,
it's just like,
yeah, fair.
It's just like what the fuck, like where'd this come from? Which is again, now this is a plus towards metaphor since there's no romance. That doesn't happen in these. They stay like on par with where wherever their little story is. And for the most part, for the ones that I've played, they're actually really interesting. They did a really good job with the narrative for these characters. Japanese voice actors are great in this game.
Nice.
And I still have like I told you guys, honestly, probably by the time we do the next episode, I still might not be done, or I might be towards the end of the game. I might be done with it, but I do still have a bit to go. But I really am enjoying this game. If you are a fan of turn-based RPGs, I definitely would give it a try. It's a long game though, so make sure that's something that you at least have time to invest in. But yeah, it's really good.
What would you give it, like, so far in your experience? What are you giving it out of 10? I suppose.
Right now it hasn't hit 10 out of 10 for me. I haven't had a 10 out of 10 moment. Like I haven't like ran out of my room or walked around or anything like that. Nothing crazy. But I did have a few moments where like it did get a little intense. Right now I'd probably say I'm around a 9.
Okay.
Or a high 8.75, but leaning more towards the 9.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
But
Metaphor is better than the Roger and Rayleigh Gaban duel.
Yeah, just in case someone's keeping track of everything, you know.
Metaphor is what the anniversary should have been.
Hey yo, let him know.
I see. I see.
Okay, very cool.
But yeah,
good eats.
Did I talk about? I don't remember last week. Did I talk about beating Silent Hill? I don't remember.
No.
Yeah, you did.
Oh no, you
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold that.
Yeah, you mentioned it was like multiple endings and shit.
Ah, okay. That's right.
Yeah, I think I must have just beaten it when.
Yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, no, I remember the day that we recorded was when this game the day this game came out.
Yeah, that's Metaphor had just come out that day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 11th. Yes.
Yep,
Now it's all the pieces are coming together.
It's all coming together. It's like you'd expect me to remember this kind of stuff, but I don't remember jack shit. Too many damn episodes, man. Oh my days. I guess
in other news,
okay,
actually,
hold on. Whoa. In other news.
In other news.
Oh my day. Hold on.
That hit that transition clean.
Okay.
This is actually a funny. This is actually a funny one for you guys.
Oh, God.
I don't know if you guys have seen this, but the new Call of Duty actually released today.
Okay,
I bought it.
And
I've been
you bought it? Okay, hold on. Okay,
so
talk to me about it.
Todd may be aware of this, but they actually added something that's really interesting and has a lot of people talking. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but
is this the
I posted it.
Is this like you can fucking hold someone as like a meat shield? Oh no, the omnidirectional movement or some shit. No, what the fuck is this?
Read that live. I want to hear that live reaction. Read it.
Call of Duty players are concerned about Black Ops 6's enhanced headphone mode, and it's a $20 paid tier. What the actual fuck are you? No fucking.
Oh wait, hang on. No, but look, that's fine and all because remember, the truth lies, your ears don't.
That's
crazy. That's crazy.
Okay, hold on. Explain this shit to me, man. What the fuck is that?
I think from what I heard about it, it's like the company that does the audio for Call of Duty, they decided to make a paid tier so you can customize the way that the audio functions in game. So while the tweet there mentions enhanced audio, it basically just means customizable audio, which means that you can actually enhance it so like you can hear footsteps better, so you can hear people around you easier and stuff like that.
That's
I quickly skimmed the article.
Weird.
It says it's been described as the gold standard for maximizing directional perception when you're listening on headphones.
What the fuck?
with the paid package enhancing it further, so it says expect at least some advantage over those who aren't using. Yeah, I mean if that allows you to use it against like people that don't have it, I think that's pretty cheap.
That's fucking bullshit.
I mean, not that people. I'm sure there's people out there that take Call of Duty serious, but most people don't.
Yeah.
But I do know that like they have like ranked modes in Call of Duties and stuff like that. So if they let you use that in there, that's kind of bullshit to be honest.
But at the same, but like to play devil's advocate as well, right? If I'm paying for an additional feature and I'm not allowed to use it in the game based upon like I can't use it in ranked or whatever, then I think that's fucking crazy as well.
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, no, I mean, if they let you buy it, you should be able to use it. But I'm just saying it shouldn't be a thing.
100% agree with you. Like it's so bullshit. Like if you can't use it for whatever reason in like a ranked mode because you're the only one that fucking purchased it, it's like damn. Okay, it's like that's kind of cringe as well, to be honest with you. But damn, like that. I don't know if I like that. It's like, I feel like I get that we're in the era of like, get your bread up, you know, these game companies are just rinsing games as much as feasibly possible. But at the same time, like, surely we don't need to do all that. Surely we don't need to spend $20 fucking on a paid tier of headphones, man. That's fucking crazy. But aside from that though, I suppose, if you guys have had time to play it yet, what's been the go so far? How's the game been overall?
I've played about an hour of multiplayer and I've played about 1 to 2 hours of the campaign.
Okay.
And I think that so far it's actually pretty fun. So far it's been pretty good.
That's good.
The last game I bought was the previous Black Ops, I think. I bought that for a little bit. That was pretty cool too, but yeah, honestly, like I played Call of Duty so much growing up, like through high school with a bunch of friends and stuff, and I'll probably jump into zombies at some point when I can get a gang together, do the Easter egg and shit like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's exactly what you expect. It's not game breaking by any sense, but it's fun. You know, just something you can casually play.
Good eats. It's good. 100%. Flame, have you had the chance to jump into it at all yet, or?
I haven't. Like I said earlier, I'm focusing on this, but when I do get some time, maybe in like a few weeks or so, I don't know if Todd mentioned it, but it's actually available on Xbox Game Pass. This is like the
that's
first,
cool.
This is the first Call of Duty to debut like in general to the public, but also on Game Pass. So thankfully, I don't have to buy it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'll probably give it Microsoft like $20 and I'll try it.
Man's
like
gonna
a few days.
Nah, man's gonna fucking give him the old he's gonna give him $20 so he can hear better.
Yeah, I'll give him a quick $40.
Quick 40.
The enhanced audio.
Fucking
$20 to get on the game. $20 to give nice night and ass whooping.
Hey, whoa!
Bro, I don't even play. What the fuck?
This guy is Flame on smoke. He on smoke. Flame just hit a fucking bully night. That's crazy on me,
bro. I'll hit you with the sucker punch.
Hey, yo, let him know.
Nah.
Priority.
Hey, let him know. Hold on.
Talk to him.
That drives us right into the Pokemon Leaks. I don't know how much you want to get into the Pokemon Leaks, man, but I think it'd be Todd, if you want to like, or Night, whatever. If you guys want to talk to us about like the shit that's kind of going down with the leaks and what's happened, it's like that. Like, what's the any interesting stories that have popped up from the leaks? What's been happening?
I did my boy dirty.
That boy Typhlosion.
Game freak.
Cuff him.
Why you got allegations, man? I can't play Johto like that.
I mean, I can't. The thing is, I can't look at Typhlosion the same. I can't look at him. That was like one of my favorite starters as well, man. He's in the bin. He's gone. Good to fucking. Yeah. What's been the leaks like? What's been happening? Anything exciting, interesting, confusing? Like, what's been the go? I suppose.
I mean, what hasn't been leaked at this point?
Yeah, I know. What a crazy ass sequence of events.
We know about like the next like 5 games.
There's been I saw a crazy one, like some new game where like you ride on Pokemon. Ayo, pause.
Yeah, whoa.
Hey yo.
It's like Pokemon Rodeo or whatever it's called, and you literally like ride on the backs of Pokemon and like you run around trying to catch other Pokemon. It seems weird as fuck. So there's that game. I mean, I guess kind of spoilers for people that don't want to know the leaks.
Send it.
There's like so much concept art from some of the games that have already been released.
That's been the cool part. Like I've really enjoyed seeing a bunch of like the not used like starter mons. Like what was it? There's like the water rabbit dude. Instead we got fucking
Mudkip.
Instead we got fucking Mudkip. Yeah. Like fuck it, you know. But then again we got fucking Score Bunny. Like fucking shut up, you know. So
hey man, don't hate on Score.
But I think it's been I think the leaks been pretty interesting there. Like I think there was also leaks of like the new Legends game. There's leaks for like a Pokemon Showdown style game as well. Like
what the fuck?
Yeah, I saw there was like a leak for like a battle arena style game where it's just like purely just battling, which would be really interesting. So anything like that you saw from the leaks that you were like, oh, this is actually fucking gas as hell?
I actually didn't see any of that shit. I just saw the fucking
the whole Typhlosion.
Fucking the fucking fantasy shit. I just saw that. I saw like that little bunny, and I saw the fucking leaked like Megalix. I don't know if that shit's real, but like that fake shit where it was like, oh, it's gonna be Mega Flygon and Mega Dragonite. Like, no fucking shot. They're doing that shit.
That's fake as fuck. Let's be real, that's fake as fuck. Let's be real.
And Mega like Luxray being Dark Electric, like not fucking happening. Like, come on. Let's be serious. Let's be serious.
Let's be serious.
I got my boy Mega Flygon looking crazy.
You know that's fake. When Mega Flygon, what the fuck is Mega Gengar?
Bro, that's my man.
Why you stand stuff like that?
Why are you standing like that?
He the first retype Pokemon.
That's crazy.
It's just like kind of crazy that this is even like possible. Like the fact that like people were able to kind of just like get in there and fucking grab all this information is nuts.
Yeah.
Like it's actually ridiculous to say the least.
This was a crazy one. This shit
Take place in New York City. Being developed for Switch 1, not 2. Yes, sick.
Who asked for that?
Shiny Sparkle from Legends Arceus is back. Wow, cool, awesome. So they've just remade the exact
Let's
same
go.
game. It's the same fucking game.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's funny, to be honest with you. Like, you know.
Oh, and the crazy thing about like Pokemon, which one is it? X and Y had like areas in it that were cut from the game.
Yeah, they had diving,
like...
I think it was, or some shit. Or something like that. I think I saw like you meant to be able to like do diving as well and just cut that shit as well. So, okay.
Yeah, that's the most frustrating part is like seeing that like they had so many cool ideas to make the game so sick, but they were cut either because of time or resources or whatever it was. So it's really frustrating because you just know that if Pokemon were given time to make their games, they actually would make some absolutely god tier games. But the fact that they're like almost like crunched for time, it feels like to make a game so often. Well, at least over the last few years, they've definitely given them more time to develop their games.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like they're only getting a game like once every 2 years now, which I think is probably for the best. But the problem is if like we wait 2 or 3 years for a new game and it still ends up being the same kind of dog shit we already get, it's like it's really frustrating.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been thinking about it the whole time about with Pokemon. I wish they never went into 3D. I wish they stayed 2D sprites.
I agree.
The whole time.
I think all they like in reality, what they really needed was they really needed just to like get a console system that actually fucking did something. Like, if we're going to be really honest with ourselves here, like they really just needed like a system that could like kind of suffice, like that quality that was kind of required, I suppose.
Yeah.
But the sad part is that they just never kind of did that, and I think that's kind of why like you had the shitty transition where you couldn't get that quality out that you kind of that was kind of required, I suppose. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's still interesting that like obviously all these leaks occur in the first place, but then at the same time you're just like, damn, what the fuck? What the fuck is?
It's so much.
Perikian, Yamano Nushi, Boyado, Galbi.
There's supposed to be a picture in there, but I guess they took it down. But if you look in the comments, you could see some of the sprites. But what I was gonna say is it's funny because some of the scrap sprites look better than some than some of the Pokemon they make now.
Like that Manectric Evo is fucking cold as fuck, dude. Making him a whole ass star is so funny. I love it.
Oh, this is the wildest one though. Where it's like the combo.
The Blaziken one?
Blaziken, yeah.
Blaziken's
is that Blaziken and Latios? I mean, Latios? Yeah, that's
gas,
insane.
bro.
Nah,
who's
this goofy ass looking dude? Who's this?
That's the boy.
He's so goofy.
Hey, listen, they scrapped him and he had a glow up.
True.
W glow up.
That's one of the ones where that one is a bad one. The one that they made for him was actually good.
I'm not gonna lie though, the silver tail is pretty fire. I like that. That's pretty fire.
Look at Grovyle.
The color scheme is not. Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's shiny right
I've just seen fucking Hariyama. He looks so much better in this concept art. Hariyama looks fucking cold.
Nah. You know who cooks? Hold up, I'm about to post it right now.
They should have kept the shark.
Yeah, the Sharpedo.
Yeah, bro, that Sharpedo.
Shark's gas.
Bro, if I dived and I saw that shit, I'm coming back up.
I'm scared.
Fuck that.
I'm scared.
The one with the anchor, the tail is so cold.
And then fucking we got this fucking cringe ass, half head ass shark. Like, nah, man. It is crazy because you are right though. Like, because obviously as a consumer, all you see is like the product, and like you see how like dog shit the game is. But then like when you look at it from this perspective, like in the back end, like there's so much concept art and like ideas that just kind of get thrown away that that just never get used. Like what the fuck is that?
No, that's sick.
Is that
I
meant to
fuck with
be?
that.
Is that meant to be like normal or some shit?
I think so. It
That
That
looks
shit
like
ass.
it. No, that's sick. I fuck with that.
That's so funny. Yeah, I guess that's it for the Pokemon stuff. I mean, like, we'll probably all still buy the game when it comes when Legends what is it? Legends fucking I don't know
Yeah.
Z/A dash minus
Legends are.
Legends Zaza comes out.
The Zaza.
when the Zaza comes
Bruh.
out. Now we're cooking. Cool. I think the last thing I guess to talk about is a lot of just general like One Piece news before we get into the TCG corner, I suppose. A lot of general One Piece news has occurred, which with the big thing being that the One Piece anime is going on break
Until April.
Yeah.
Fucking
6
months.
That's crazy.
Do they?
I mean,
did they
honestly,
put like an official like reason, or do they just kind of say it's going on break and everyone's kind of guessing why? I don't think they put out an official reason.
Yeah, no, they said it's to work on animation and stuff like that. One of the things that I heard that I'm very excited about is apparently one of the things that they're working on when they come back is new sound effects. Which I was like, that's God tier.
That's actually huge. That's actually huge.
I'm not getting my hopes up though. I know I'm gonna turn on that first episode. I'm gonna hear fucking 1990 power ups.
Swing,
I know I am.
swing. Like when fucking some big ass Kuma starts walking around, you hear that like that robot walk shit again.
Yeah. Oh no. But yeah, they said that. But I mean, honestly, it makes sense because I always mention this, like the part that they're up to in the anime, like dude, like literally every episode something insane is happening that like
yeah,
they
it's
gotta
getting
crazy on. So if they're actually gonna take the time and make these episodes like fleshed out and watchable and on a much like higher pedestal, then I don't care if they take 6 months off. It's not like we don't have the manga.
No, I agree. 100% agree. Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, I guess in a side note, which we were going to get to anyway,
Mm-hmm.
while we're waiting, we're getting the remastered version of Fishman Island. What I am in,
yeah, I don't know how I feel about that though. Personally speaking,
I don't know how I feel about it, but what I do want to, this is what I am interested in. They originally Fishman Island's anime was like 50 something episodes. This is going to be a 20 episode thing, like it's cut.
Yeah, that's a good point actually.
So what I'm interested in is, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with One Piece.
Yeah.
So One Piece, obviously that's like some fan shit. But so like when you watch it, like it's like all cut up, the music and sound effects, everything's like out of sync. If they actually do, which I'm assuming they're gonna do this like legit, like it's gonna be like a real thing. There's no way they release it like cut up like One Piece.
Yeah.
That'd be insane. But I think if they actually do it like a legit thing, like I think it's gonna come out really good.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think because isn't that kind of like what the One Piece is meant to be though, to some degree?
The what?
The One Piece with the Wit Studio one, the One Piece remake. Like, is that not?
Yeah,
the whole
I guess.
But I guess obviously that's starting from that's starting from Syrup Village though, like OG. Like so. I'm looking. I think fucking Fishman Island is dog shit poo poo. But if they do make it like kind of gas and like they cut it up and then obviously like, new animation, like I think they're bringing Wano style animation. Wano style animations coming to it as well. Like with all of that kind of combined together, like then I think it's going to be tight.
Yeah, they've already shown some like clips and screenshots. It looks really good. Like it does look really good. I can't lie.
They got the B team animators on that shit, man. They're training them up for the future of Toei animation. That's what they're doing.
It's the internship.
Yeah, it's the internship program. Hey, go fucking animate Hody again. Oh fuck, dude.
Let's fucking go.
mate, Hody Legend coming soon, please. Hody feet, let's go.
We're about to.
I mean, if they're gonna go and reanimate it, I wouldn't mind for some more Fishman support. That'd be cool.
I actually do agree, like low key though, like like because obviously like one of my first instincts goes to like OPTC, obviously, and I think that like what I kind of get concerned about is like, bro, we're 10.5 Annie's Wano, and the anime's stopping. What the fuck do they start releasing You know,
yeah.
as a whole,
OPTC, OPTC is about being scary hours.
That's what I'm kind of like. I don't think we're going to know fucking EOS bullshit, but I do think that like they're gonna lose a lot of players again. I mean, they've already been losing a lot anyway, but like, they're gonna lose a lot of players either way. If they don't at least try to like keep up, like, because I'm so down for them to release a bunch of Fishman Island Legends again. Just kind of keep up. Because are they going to keep reanimating past Fishman Island, or has it only been announced for just Fishman Island?
They just said Fishman Island.
I hope that it goes past, because I wouldn't be mad at that either if they go back and they just keep reanimating past Fishman Island as well. I think that would also be really good too. But yeah,
I think they start just doing manga shit in OPTC.
See, that's what a few people were saying. Like, it's very possible, but surely not, right? Like,
no, that'd be funny as shit.
Because they've done it a few times. No, I think they did.
Yeah.
Sober Mask was put into the game before he was in the anime, and it was like,
wasn't V2 Kata or some shit like right, or
I think so.
Yeah, Snake Man was.
Snake Man was. Yeah. That's it. Snake Man was. Yeah, interesting. I wonder what they're gonna do with Treasure Cruise. I suppose. We'll see.
That's it. We just need a
Treasure Cruise 2. It's time. It's fucking time. It's time for OPTC 2.
6-month film celebration. We're gonna need Zephyr, Kill the Squirrel. Let's go. No, that'd be peak.
Dude. Let's fucking go.
You know what it's time for?
No.
Memories of Marineford.
Kill yourself.
Let's
Kill yourself
go.
with a gun.
Memories of Marineford.
Jump off your fucking shitty ass glasses out of the building right now. I don't care. Jump into that fucking
Memories
line. No.
We're gonna get the. No.
We already had Memories of Marineford with the fucking white beard. We don't need any more fucking Memories of Marineford.
We're gonna
Memories
get the,
of Wano.
The fan letter legends. Let's go. Did you guys see the fan letter? It was peak.
I was gonna say, yeah. Like, I guess that's.
I didn't watch it yet.
I've not watched it either yet, but talk to me about it either way.
Oh well, I was gonna say I haven't watched it either.
Oh, what the fuck! All right, we're all fucked then.
Oh no,
where do you watch it on?
It's peak. It's
Todd's
so
back.
good.
Todd watched it. Todd, how was it?
It's on Crunchyroll.
Please, it's on Crunchyroll. It is on Crunchyroll. That's true.
Oh, okay,
it's really good. I don't want to spoil it for like you guys, because you guys definitely should watch it.
Yeah.
But basically, it follows the story of two or three characters that it just shows how the Straw Hats have directly affected their lives.
Okay, cool.
And this episode is basically based after Marineford and basically after the 2-year time skip when the Straw Hats arrive back at Sabaody.
Ah, okay.
That's when this episode kind of is based around, and it just follows the story of these characters, how the Straw Hats have affected them, and it's kind of a good reflection on how the Straw Hats and One Piece as a whole has kind of been a positive force for a lot of people. And yeah, it's directly just like it's all like fan service, and
it's cool.
It's beautifully animated.
Shout out.
Honestly,
what's her name? Megumi Ishitani,
yeah.
The fucking goat.
And I think as we stand right now, it is the highest rated anime episode of all time on IMDb,
which is fucked, by the way.
That is crazy.
Is it still second on Mal?
No idea.
It is. Holy fuck. That's crazy. It's second.
Yeah,
Free rate is still 9.32, but fan letter is 9.23. That's fucked, bro.
God just throw us in there. Fuck FMA.
Yeah, hold FMA Steins Gate. Hold that. Bruh. It's the new age, man. Old ass.
Hey, no, just FMA.
Nah, fuck you. 2010 head ass trying to live in the past head ass. We're the new age, man. That's gas though. The fact that it's that high up
I definitely am a little sad that I went on this metaphor wave right when that came out because I did miss out on the banger video. But it is what it is. I'll still react to it.
Absolutely. That's gas. That's so good. No, I definitely I endeavor to watch it at some point for sure. But nah, it's awesome. I'm glad it's really good. And I mean, it's being highly rated. And a lot of like animators came back to like animate it as well. I saw Vincent jumped in for a little bit on it too, which is like really good. You know, always read, but something for the people, because I think like didn't the fan letter started off as like a really short edit by Megumi and somebody else, and I guess it kind of expanded further from there into a fully fledged episode, which is kind of cool. Obviously, like, it's just dope overall. Very cool. I think that's it though, in terms of like, I don't know if there's anything else, Flame, that you can think of real quick before we jump into the old TCG corner.
Nah, not really, to be honest. That's basically everything that went down in the last week or so.
Very cool, very nice. All right, everyone's favorite section, the old TCG corner. Todd, talk to us. What's been happening in your realm of the TCG?
Well, Chris and I hadn't been playing much of the TCG, One Piece TCG recently, but we had just recently, over the last few days, getting back into it. So they just released today. Like, today was the release date of 5 starter decks. They released 6 starter decks. They released on the same day.
Jesus Christ!
And basically, they got one leader of each individual color that is like somewhat popular, and they basically re-released that leader in the starter deck, one for each color, and they brought out new support cards for that leader.
Yeah.
So there's Whitebeard, Uta, Doflamingo, Purple Luffy, Smoker, and Katakuri, all getting new support.
Yeah.
And these new cards are very strong, and it makes the Blue Doflamingo deck the best deck of the format by far. So at 10 a.m. when my local card store opened, I was down there. I picked up a bunch of the new starter decks, which was so sick. So we got all of them. Yesterday, Carissa and I went for a bit of a drive around to like all random Walmarts and Targets because they actually were stocking the shelves early.
Okay.
So we went to a bunch of stores and we basically found nothing, which was funny. But earlier on in the day, I decided to go for a drive by myself while Carissa was working, and I went to some Target, and I saw they had some decks up. They had 2 Doflamingo decks left. I was like, oh shit, that's the one I want the most. And I went to go pick up the decks, and I noticed the 2 that were left, I looked at the bottom of the box. They were ripped open. They were like torn to shit.
Way, dude.
I was like, bro, ain't no way.
That's actually, that's fucking cringe. That's so fucking cringe, dude.
But luckily, I opened the box. I'm like, oh, let me just have a look inside. And it was still in there, sealed, perfectly fine. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just take it then. And then I paid for it. I didn't steal it, obviously, for those who were wondering. Yeah, so took those,
it had everything like in there as well. Like it was all.
Yeah, and another reason why these are very popular as well is there's like a reprint booster box coming out very soon.
Yes.
And it's reprinting a bunch of like old cards that really needed reprints. So in these starter decks, you get a booster pack of that set as well. So I was also wondering, like, oh, I wonder, the box is ripped open. Is that booster pack going to be stolen? But it was in there too. So the booster pack was in there, the deck was in there, and both boxes were straight up ripped open. So I thought, surely these are just stolen. But no, everything was in there. So I bought that, and that was lucky that was there. And yeah, we got our decks and stuff. So Chris and I were just playing right before I showed up here for the podcast. We were playing some cards, testing some decks out. So yeah, that's pretty fun. Yeah.
Very cool. I like it. Knight.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Digimon world looking like?
Depression. Here we go.
Depression? That's crazy. No, I mean, I kind of got screwed.
Oh, here we go.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? When the fuck can we start the segment with something positive?
Yeah, when are you gonna say I won a tournament or some bullshit, man?
It's always some fucking excuse.
Excuse. I just said that I got a little fucked. All right.
Tell us. Talk to us.
No. You guys are
no, don't do that with me. Yeah, what's been happening? Talk to us.
Don't victim shame me. Anyways, I had a bunch of bad rules. So basically,
yeah.
What you do, you shuffle your fucking cards, and then you give it to your opponent, and then they'll like split them, or they won't split them, and then draw like the first 5, and then you see if you want to keep that hand, and then if not, gotta do the whole shebang over mulligan, and then you just have to draw from the top, and then hopefully you get lucky. And I like pretty much almost every day. Like I either just had a bad hand, or I just couldn't get what I wanted to go fast enough, and then I just got fucking dicked on. But in good news, I'm still gonna like try and like complete that deck, because it's just like, yeah, whatever. But I'm probably not gonna wait for the guy that I was supposed to get like a couple cards from. I'm just gonna just outright buy them, just because I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be worth it. But I am going to start another deck, the fucking bullshit Vortex one, just because I played that deck last week and I got shitted on it by again. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm joining the team.
What
so I'm getting
what
that
doesn't
deck
kill me
now.
makes me stronger. I'm fucking.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm in there now. Fuck
Can't beat him, join him.
Amen, brother. Amen.
My man's on his.
I'm getting toxic.
Yeah. We love it. Yeah. So that means that you're gonna come back next episode. Yeah, I ran through it, man. Easy money.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
And luckily, it's like it's not like super expensive, so I'll probably be spending like maybe like $40. No, not $40. Probably like 60-ish, just to get all the shit that I need. So hopefully it turns out well. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna get these results. But I won't be playing for a little while, because the guy that I play with, like, he's having his like first kid, so it's gonna be a little bit
till
he gets back.
Fucking hell, idiot.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, you're just gonna leave us for their fucking daughter?
Fucking child.
Piece of shit.
Fulfilling your life.
Yeah.
Fucking have a fulfilled life with a happy wife and child. Fucking idiot.
Or you fucking Stump? Fuck Stump.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. Fuck Stump, but also had a kid. So happy days. Congratulations to Stump. But fuck that guy. That guy's reeky and stinky and smelly, but has a lovely child. So all the best to him. All right, TCG Corner done, I suppose. In other news, we actually have some this time around. Look at us go. For some peculiar reason, the next 2 metal exchanges are in the game. No idea why.
Oh.
So they were both asshole anyway, so don't get your fucking hopes up. But I just thought I'd point it out that there's 2 of them in the game. The next one is going to be like Halloween. I think it's like going away from Halloween theme until like, it's a bit of Halloween stuff, but also like Mr. Zero and Miss Sunday and all that kind of stuff's there. And then for the November to December one, it's going to be Christmassy style stuff. So I guess that's cool. I don't know. That's kind of fun.
Suppose.
And then something that we didn't talk about, but I'll put it in this section here. We finally got the Kizuna potions added to the Kizuna shop. So there is, the prices are 1 potion for 1 insignia. Pretty good. 1 potion for 5 insignias. Cool, nice. 1 potion for 25. Yeah, not bad. 1 potion for 100 insignias. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Keep in mind, at a maximum, you can get 200 insignias per Kizuna. So new players are getting fucked on as usual. Another instance of Bandai not knowing about their own game. And then the last thing that I wanted to bring up was PKA. The PKA, some of the Chopper Man missions now give you... No, sorry. The PKA shop, now has luck drops and co-op medals available for purchase.
Interesting.
Again, no one fucking cares because you don't need to upgrade any units in co-op. Just plain and simple.
No, you just don't.
At least for the time being, let's be real with ourselves here for the time being. We don't know yet for the future, but yeah. That's all that kind of stuff. So I want to go from everyone's favorite section into the shout-outs.
Hey.
Yay! If you've enjoyed today's episode and you've made it this far, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And Todd, what are they commenting down below?
Baseball.
Baseball. I got 2 baseballs right here. In the comment section down below, if you've made it this far. But if you've been joining us and you want to support us financially, you can hit that join button. Plenty of different tiers at different price points. You can be like these cool people, like our GGP producer of Alexander Wisniewski, our good members of Ryoiin, Stump D, Gacha, Red Halo, Dr. E Recshin, Wankafella, Mike Schallo, Derry Jackson, Kiri Crossy, and Obsidian Steed 117. Thank you guys for the continued support. We do greatly appreciate it. And from everyone's favorite section into the shoutouts, into everyone's actual favorite section, it is the Q&A. Hey, if you've got any questions for us, make sure you send them through to us via our Twitter at GGP Podcast or our YouTube community tab. First question comes in from at Obsidian_Steed_, and he asked, with the power of hindsight, is there any anime/manga you should have never picked up/watched?
Ooh.
JJK. No.
Yeah, damn. I'll actually start the ball rolling on this one. Blue Lock, the anime.
Oh,
why? What's up?
Yeah.
I don't know if
you mean
PNG PowerPoint? You mean PowerPoint, the anime?
Slideshow?
So season 1, so Blue Lock is like this soccer anime, really cool. I love football a lot, so I was like, it's gonna be kind of gas. I watched like halfway through season 1, and kind of stopped because like whatever. And then I've been seeing clips on Twitter for season 2. Todd, it is literally a fucking slideshow. Like,
what the fuck happened?
Like, the thing is, the crazy part? 2023, Blue Lock was the highest selling manga of the year as well.
Damn.
And season 2 is genuinely a slideshow. You could pull the manga panels and then put them in a slideshow pack, and it would probably be the exact same. That's how dog shit it was. Yeah, watch that clip that Flame just sent. It is so fucking bad. So I think for me, I will not be touching Blue Lock any further. I regret fucking thinking that was gonna be good.
No.
It is so bad.
Oh no.
Like, it went from being really gas to being absolute, I don't know what happened, but it's dog shit. So that's me.
Yeah, it's its ass.
It's so bad, dude.
I think in hindsight, I probably never would have watched Promised Neverland.
That's actually a really good shout. That's a really good
season
shout.
1 is so good, and then it's just like, nah, let's not watch that.
Oh, we're gonna skip the most important arc.
Yeah. Nah, let's not do that.
I like that's a good shout. I actually like that. It's a good shout. Right.
Sword Art Online.
A show that I wish I never watched.
Here we go. Yeah,
that's the question.
That's
the question.
Yeah, pretty
right?
much. A show you wish you never watched, or a manga you wish you never read. In hindsight, pretty much.
7 Deadly Sins.
Oh, yeah, that's a good shout too.
Damn.
Yeah, see, that's the funny part. Like, that's what everyone was memeing on. They're like, "Oh, 7 Deadly Sins handing over the worst animation possible to Blue Lock," because 7DS also had that really, like, in the most hype part of the show, if fucking animation went to absolute shit
Escanor rip.
The Escanor fucking gas went to poop. Yeah, I agree with that too. Knight, do you have anything?
No, I don't have anything that comes to mind, honestly.
Yeah, okay. Cool. All right. Next question from Matthias Ramirez, who I think they sent a question on YouTube and Twitter. Their Twitter question was, first, if you can be one of the 7 warlords of the sea, who would you be?
Dofi.
That's a sick answer.
How do you not say Law?
I was gonna say I'm gonna go fucking Mihawk. That's what I'll do.
Mihawk was my first pick too, but at the same time, like,
cool,
Dofi literally just like chilling like in his own literal kingdom. Like, he's literally got everything.
I'm Kuma, bro. I'm getting abused, but I'm sending people places.
Hey, whoa. Are you okay? Dude, are you okay?
This man needs help.
He needs help. He needs a therapy episode. Quick, stat.
He needs some milk.
He needs some milk.
Milk.
Secondly, you get to be the king of the world, but have to have sensual love with 2 other warlords. Why are we getting so many horny questions these days, man? You have to have sensual love with 2 other warlords and have one of the other warlords as your right-hand man. Who would your choices be? Fuck me, I don't know.
Boa.
Boa's one.
Boa.
Who's the second central lover?
Oh.
I think Mihawk would do me right. I think Mihawk.
Female law.
Female law. Hold on.
Female
He's
law?
cooking. He's
Oh,
cooking. He's
hey.
cooking.
We cooking. We cooking.
He's thinking outside the box.
Hey, all right, no, check this out. All right, so we got female law, and then we got Blackbeard as the right hand man because Blackbeard's crew is the one that made female law.
Ah,
Let's go.
now
Cooking.
he's really cooking.
Cooking,
Hold
right?
on. I love it. I agree wholeheartedly. All right.
Nah, I can't fuck my goat.
Hey,
Excuse me?
I said it. I respect them too much.
Okay. Not out of context. Let me just write that one down for Twitter real quick. I can't fuck my goat. Night 2024.
That's crazy.
Tweeted 1 second ago.
You piece of shit.
All right. And then their YouTube question was, hello guys, the OPTC database has it been outdated? It hadn't been updated in a while. As a Japanese version player, I kind of relied on it since the wording in the game is tad different. Yes. We don't know what's happening with that right now, but I think Solaris has just been super duper busy with life. So, yeah, we'll wait and see. I think potentially someone was meant to have taken over it, but I don't see that being the case, I suppose. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens going forward. And then the second part
Just
of the
gotta
question,
ask for a replacement in the
in the
comment section of
and then
Todd's video.
in Todd's video, or if you do it in Knight's video, he just sends you to the database anyway. If you do it in Flame's video, he says, good luck, buddy. If you do it in my video, I'm not responding.
If you do it on my video, I drop a video on
He drops
you.
a video on of your video. If you do it in my video, I'm not responding to you, so hold that. And then the next question was, if you were to be reincarnated into another world and your choices were to be in a zombie-filled world, the guns and building materials in the game would be in real life, which one would you choose? And he says, COD Zombies, Resident Evil, or Left 4 Dead.
Resident Evil.
The Resident Evil ones, I think, but the Resident Evil ones can get like super fucky, but the Left 4 Dead is definitely not the right choice.
Bro, COD Zombies I'm gonna get tired, man. I'm just running around all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Resident Evil is the one to pick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit in my house in
Classy.
Resident Evil. I'm gonna dig a hole and live underground. I'm not gonna fucking touch anything else. All right.
I'm gonna go rescue Jill.
Oh, okay. Now we're cooking. Next question from Natan Marco. They ask, "Hello, friends. My question to you: now that the series has gone on break, on a crazy break of 6 months, will we see characters related to the break? Will we see characters related to the break? Question mark. Oh, I guess this is in Treasure Cruise.
Yo, Memories of Fishman Island.
Shut
Let's go.
the fuck up. I'm down for that though. Loki. And even so, do you suppose they will be strong enough to get them? It's just created a really weird situation. The game depends on the anime, not the manga, for the characters, and they took out a lot of time. What are your thoughts? I think we kind of explained it, but yeah, I guess it just will depend on if they want to go back and release a bunch of stuff, or if they decide to just jump ship entirely and do manga stuff, or like they just kind of go and do the whole memories thing for like 6 months. I don't know. But I mean, look, we just went back to Roger out of nowhere, so I don't think they really care. To be honest, they'll just re-release anything.
We still don't have a Otohime character in the game.
Yeah, it's exactly right.
So
That'd be sick.
I think it's time for V2 Hody, guys.
I'm down. I'm so fucking down. Hody's gas as shit. I'm so down for that.
Yes, sir.
Give me the speed farming king back again.
Let's get Noah the legend.
The ship. The ship. Hey, add the ship to the game. Yeah, hold on. Add the ship to the game. It's cooking.
We need the mermaid, Shelly, or what?
Okay.
Oh, Shelly.
Yeah, she was bad as shit.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
Yes, sir.
Now, you know what'd be crazy? They should drop a Shirahoshi when she summons all of the Sea Kings.
No more fucking Shirahoshi
that'd be
legends.
sick.
No more fucking Shirahoshi legends in this game. There's too many of them.
And she gives you rainbow orbs.
Oh,
Let's
shut
go.
and she heals you.
Staple.
Yes!
No way.
She removes some debuffs. Yes. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Next question from Cheesecake for Breakfast, and they ask, "What is the most embarrassing thing you've done in public?" Have a good one, guys. What is the most embarrassing thing you've done in public? I guess I'll start what you guys are thinking. I don't really like. I was hazed off my top, obviously. But I remember like I was we were at like a club with my friend who invited me to like his like work friends party or whatever it was, and like he and one of his work friends like kind of liked each other, but they didn't want to like tell each other. They're dating now, which is kind of cool. But basically when I was at the club, she was like talking to some guy, and I was fucking drunk off my top, and I went up to her and I was like, I was like, oh, Tim wouldn't like that. And I just walked off and then vomited in the bathroom because I was so drunk.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And then fucking, he got so embarrassed. He fucking snapped at me. He was so pissed at me the whole time. And I was like, hey man, now you're dating, so you better be fucking thankful for me stepping in there, you know, making it happen, you know. So I guess that probably is it for me.
No, that's more of a save.
I reckon it's clutched up. Thank you.
In my opinion.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't think so. When I was like, fuck you, guy. I made that relationship happen, you piece of shit.
Something embarrassing that happened to me. Well, it wasn't really my fault, but I had to deal with it. Was when I was in high school, there was a time I was playing basketball, and there was this kid on the other team who, like, he was just playing kind of reckless. So like when he would jump up to get a rebound, for some reason he would swing both of his elbows. So I was like kind of posting him up so he wouldn't get the rebound. He gets it and he does that bullshit, and he ends up hitting me on the side of my nose.
Oh god.
And I didn't break it or anything, thankfully, but my nose was like gushing like really bad, and I had to like put my shirt on my face, like lift it up, and like walk through our whole gymnasium, like the entire like body of the school, like had to watch me walk bloodied out. Yeah, so that was a little embarrassing.
Not fun at all.
Yeah.
I can't even think of one in public.
Are we just like really boring people? Are we just really boring?
Maybe.
Mine's, I guess I have like a twofer. The recent one was it was like last year or some shit. I was ordering some food off my laptop, and I was logged into my fucking Nightmare JP Google account, and I fucking order. I go inside the fucking place, and thankfully the place is closed now.
Like Nightmare JP.
I say like, oh, I have a pickup for Jordan, and then they're like, oh no, we don't have anything for that.
Like,
I said,
fuck.
I was like, holy shit.
Oh, I was like, can I get a pickup for Nightmare JP? Oh, that sucks.
That's hilarious.
That's ass.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's so.
That's insane. I would have flamed your ass.
Oh, that's so annoying, dude. That's so good. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so funny. All right,
that's crazy.
That's a good one.
And then last question from Wankafella. Hey fellas, I finally done it. I've gotten my mother into watching the live action One Piece show. The downside is that I have to explain things to her, like who are the good and bad guys and what are devil fruits in her native language. She initially thought that she was watching the latest Pirates of the Caribbean movie since she hasn't watched it yet. That's fair. I think good thing she was not disappointed. Speaking of movies that should be watched, the biggest one I haven't watched is The Shawshank Redemption. Are there any other movies that you know will be great movies but you haven't watched yet? Any movies on your to watch list that you haven't watched yet?
Yeah, there's a bunch. I've never watched The Godfather.
Oh,
you never watched what?
The Godfather.
The Godfather.
Oh, honestly, I have never seen that either.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah,
That's a good
need to
movie.
watch it.
I'm gonna have to load up IMDb top 100 or some shit.
I haven't seen. I know that The Usual Suspects, I think, is a really good movie, but I've never seen it yet.
Oh yeah.
What else?
I haven't seen Goodfellas.
I haven't seen that.
I'm trying to see.
Oh, I've only seen the first Lord of the Rings movie. I haven't seen the second and third.
Oh, yeah, you gotta get on that, my friend.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of Lord of the Rings, during my vacation,
okay,
I will be watching the Harry Potter movie.
Oh shit! Oh shit! He's gonna become a Potterhead, mate.
I'm a Potterhead. I'm
gonna
already in Ravenclaw, but I'm a Potterhead.
I gotta get out of Ravenclaw, mate. Fucking, I don't want you around my ends.
See, bro, we bros.
No, I don't. Hey, mate, you think that?
bros.
What you think that? I don't think
We
none
bros.
I don't
We
think
the
none of-
Ravens.
I don't think. Don't you ever say the Ravens ever again in your life? Hey, we the Ravens, guys. We the Ravens.
I haven't seen Shawshank Redemption.
You should watch that.
Oh,
You
so
should,
good.
You should watch that. That's a good film. That's a very good film. All right, everyone's got a bit of homework then. On the OPTC side of things, with the new mechanic of Captain Switch, does this mean this will be the revival of dual units? With this new mechanic, I think it may open the door to the possibility of triple units. I'm looking at Luffy A Sabo. What dual or triple unit would you like to see Bandai introduce? Cheers from Canada. No more dual units. Fuck them. I don't care. I don't like dual units.
Yeah, they're really annoying. I hate dual units.
I also just don't. I don't think that Captain Switch or whatever the fuck it's called is a revival of dual units either. I think like it's cool. I think the only thing that it does is it opens the door to dual units having super class or super type, which is kind of cool. That's I guess that's the unique part. But like, I think having this captain switching mechanic slows the game down, which is not in their best interest. Like, I don't want to be spending more time having to like be more finicky and swap units around and blah blah blah. I just want to get into the content and get it done. So
yeah, I don't think dual units have like they didn't really die. I mean, Zoro Sanji's the best unit in the game.
It's a great point. Absolutely true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like it could open the door to three. I would not be shocked if we got a triple unit next year. I would not be shocked, to be honest.
Yeah, I could see it, like a Luffy Zoro Sanji or a Luffy A Sabo for sure.
There's a lot of units, a lot of like trio characters that they could easily run with.
Yeah, even like Smoothie, Katakuri, and Cracker.
Exactly,
they could do that.
Like I think the door's very much open there to do that. So I would not be shocked if we did get that kind of a mechanic going forward as something new for a new character type. So we'll see. That's it though. We're done. Another episode in the books, 125. A good ep, as always. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment baseball if you made it to the end of the episode. Whilst you're also down there, go to the description and you can find our link tree link. That is linktr.ee/perfect. You can find all of our socials, Twitter at GGP Podcast. You can find us on anchor.fm/perfect, which I think has changed to podcasters.spotify.com/perfect to find all of the audio versions of the show on the various platforms, so at least. Whilst you're also down there, make sure you go like, subscribe, donate, sub, I don't know, do all that kind of fun stuff with all of our socials. All the socials can be found in the description down below as well. But with that being said, I've been Captain Puppy, Flame Knight, and Todd. Thank you guys for listening to the episode. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Goodbye.
Bye.